Hi everyone, my name is Nitin Khanna. I'm the CEO of MergerTech Advisors, a global investment bank focused solely on small and mid-sized technology companies. Our mission is to enable these companies to realize the value of their business through mergers and acquisition. And really our goal is to help you convert your work into wealth. So it's important to understand, I think, what we mean by an acquisition mindset. And what I mean by an acquisition mindset is that you should run your company every day as if it's going to sell tomorrow, whether you ever intend to sell it or not. I mean, whether you're a venture-backed company, a growth company, a lifestyle company, I think that huge amounts of benefit are created by running the company with having a mindset that it's going to be acquired by somebody else someday. So the first set of tips in terms of how to have an exit-oriented mindset surround around running a professional company. And I'll give you a few examples of that. The first is incorporate very thoughtfully. So if you incorporate very, very thoughtfully in the beginning, thinking through all the potential outcomes that can happen for yourself as well as your partners, whether they get hurt, whether they're no longer interested in the business, or whether they're no longer able to continue in the business, or simply they're not contributing. They're trying very hard, but now they're not working out as the business scales. So considering all those what seem like very negative or pessimistic outcomes, which a good attorney, again, can help you think through, is hugely important in creating a valuable company. And that's a hugely important part of creating an exit-oriented company that has a clean capital table with the right owners owning the right amount of the company when you go to sell. Because the people who contributed and created the value should be getting the value at the end. So think it through before, what the metrics are, what should be my sales, what should be measure your employee satisfaction, your client satisfaction, and even in a lifestyle company, try to have some sense of what are the key metrics that keep your company going. Revenue, profitability, the two kinds of satisfaction I mentioned, are the bare minimums, and then there are some industry-specific metrics you should be measuring, regardless of what kind of company you're running. And I would tend to review my network of attorneys, the levels they were at, and the firms they worked with about every 3 million in revenue. So I found from 0 to 3 million in revenue, a certain set of attorneys worked well. And then from 3 to approximately 6 or 9, there were another set of attorneys. And then when you got over 10 million, we seriously started to think about having a general counsel in-house in your company. That can save tremendous amounts of cost, but also reduce risk by having somebody in-house who's watching for litigation risk, labor risk, and contract risk in your daily dealings. Accountants are very important, so bankers, attorneys, and then accountants. Again, when you're first starting out from 0 to about $2 million, you may have an in-house or an outsourced accountant just keeping the books. And I would highly recommend you have somebody professional keeping the books from day one, that you produce monthly financials. I'm always amazed by the number of companies I meet who are north of 5 million in revenue and can't remember the last time they prepared a monthly financial statement or a quarterly financial statement. It sounds probably ridiculous to a lot of you listening to this, but it's true. There are a lot of companies not keeping proper financial records, again, because they believe they're running a lifestyle or an income-based company. But I would tell you that the stress that you feel at the end of the year when you go into tax planning, or not really knowing your numbers, or not knowing why you're missing the numbers or making more money one year and less the other, is because you're probably not keeping proper records. If you'd like to get more information either about this topic on the practices and the philosophy behind doubling your revenue every year, or you just generally like to learn more about technology mergers and acquisitions, I highly recommend you go to our website at MergerTech.com, and I thank you for your time and interest.